joining me now to discuss the day, Assistant Minister to the Prime Minister Patrick Gorman and former Liberal MP Jason Falinski. Jason, I know you're, like to think of yourself as a big economic mind, what to do about the economy and tax reform and so on. How have you digested the daily pictures, the petrol station tour of Australia? Is this what Australians are after?
Oh, mate, we're at that point, I think, Tom. I do remember some live crosses between you and PVO where you had the sleeves rolled up. In fact, one where you ran up the Parliament House grass hill, so before security took that option off the table. But my favourite bit about that was watching Andrew Bragg look underneath the truck and go, yeah, that looks too complex for me, and walking off. But yeah, look, this is the part of the campaign where both leaders, try to show that they're mixing it with punters, that they understand concerns, and that's where we're at in the campaign at the moment. I think those images are really good. I think he's getting really good engagement from ordinary people and otherwise known as voters. And so another day, another good set of shots, basically. There you go. It was diesel today, so that's the sort of, the variety. Thank you for that update. Yesterday was unleaded. Today it was diesel. I'm going through these feeds for my sins. Patrick, I got this for you. This is, I believe, a Labor Party ad.
They are completely delusional. Completely delusional. They are delulu with no salulu. Delulu with no...
Authorised P. Erickson, ALP Canberra.
All right, unpack this for us, Pat. Which voters is he trying to get on side here? This is a pro-Labor ad, I'm assuming.
Well, it's obviously authorised in accordance with the laws that the Parliament passes. That's test one. It's better than a lot of the stuff you'll see on the Liberal Party Instagram. That's test two. And I think when it comes to whether or not Peter Dutton is delulu with no salulu, I mean, I'll let your viewers decide, but I think the answer is that he is.
Yeah, all right. So, and who's he sweeping up here? Is this... I mean, I feel like I can't even talk about the youth vote anymore. I'm 41 going on 100 with, the extent to which I'm in touch with the kids, as they say. But is this sweeping up the youth? Are they playing this on high rotation now?
Well, look, Tom, I'm like you. I'm what they call a geriatric millennial, so I'm getting on in my years as well. I don't want to tell the young people of Australia what they should or shouldn't enjoy when it comes to election content, but I think there is always a bit of a place for enjoying elections. As your viewers know, I love an election. If we can spread that joy with a bit of fun, then that's a good thing.
Yeah, no, look, and the people, our friends that are watching in the major parties, I hope you can see everything said with a smile and people still pick up the phone to me. Let me play this for you, Pat, because this has been a bit of a theme as well for campaigning. Anthony Albanese on the cusp of his own election, his own electorate, I should say, and another protester confronting him.
When it came to working from home and the sacking of 41,000 public servants.
Mr. Albanese, you say you care about young people, and yet since getting elected, your government has approved 33 new coal and gas projects.
And I haven't been...
condemning young people like me to a lifetime of climate disaster.
What I wanted to do today was to draw attention to the hypocrisy of our government, who on one hand says that they care about young people and yet on the other are continuing to fuel the climate crisis by approving new coal and gas projects.
Labor campaigned hard on climate last time. Is there a sense, Pat, that young voters feel as though Labor hasn't delivered? That seems to be a sentiment out there.
Oh, well, when I go out door knocking, people have heard what we're doing on climate in terms of helping households by installing batteries. I mean, we put that front and centre just on Sunday, so I don't think you can make that argument. When it comes to what I want in this election, I want everyone to be able to put out their ideas and have a respectful discussion. What we saw in that clip, I mean, obviously I think it's important that members can go about, indeed, anyone in their own electorate, any elected member of parliament, or indeed any candidate, can go about putting about their ideas without having unnecessary interruptions like that. As for the security arrangements for these sort of things, I won't comment on that. I think you'd understand why.
Okay. All right, Pat's told us before, hasn't he, Jason? He's never met a voter that wasn't just totally thrilled with all of his ideas in the Labor Party. So if you exist, if you've seen Pat in the wild and you weren't thrilled with him, send in a clip to the show, being respectful, of course, of Patrick Gorman. But, Jason, let me ask you this on the policy front. Work from home. Was this something the Coalition just should have fleshed out better, made it clear what they were talking about? For example, the advent of 5 days permanent working from home in the public service. They left this policy a bit vague and Labor rushed through the door. Was that the issue here, or is throwing work from the home rights on the table a mistake altogether?
Look, Tom, I think the point you're making is a really good one. It's kind of the Lisa Simpson policy of this campaign, which was it was the answer to a question no one was asking. And we really didn't frame up the problem that we were trying to fix. And I think that we came at it from exactly the wrong angle. So instead of coming at it from an outcome level, we should have actually been saying, look, we want to make sure that people who are working for the Australian Public Service are some of the proudest and most prestigious jobs in Australia because they deliver services and outcomes that Australians not only rely on, but like and want more of. And that's what our attitude towards the public service should be, and that's the sort of public service that we should be dedicated to building. Now, there are some jobs where, quite frankly, working from home does actually help with productivity. Even Elon Musk, when he took over Twitter, initially wanted to make sure that no one was working from home, but was convinced after a short period of time that sometimes it was more productive for people to code from home. So if Elon Musk, who's a bit of a taskmaster, can see the productivity benefits of working from home, then I think that applies across the public service. However, having said that,
okay,
I think that there are people who would accept that it has been misused in some instances, and that's the issues that we should have highlighted and concentrated on.
So Pat, will Labor treat this with nuance? Daniel Wood from the Productivity Commission has even said 5 days a week working from home is not good for productivity. Will you take this issue on merit, or is this now just one big scare campaign for the next 3 weeks?
Well, I think, Tom, even from what we've just heard from Jason, where it's unclear whether he's borrowing from the Doge playbook or not, we don't know what the Coalition's policy is when it comes to work from home. They haven't released industrial relations policy. They haven't outlined to the Australian people what they believe. What we've seen is a backflip off the back of weeks and months of attacking the public service, pushing this 41,000 public servants they wanted to cut. I remember when David Littleproud, who'd be Deputy Prime Minister under a Dutton government, said the first thing they would do would be cut the public service. And now they're saying, oh, no, and, trust us on work from home. Well, again, when you go out door knocking, you meet a lot of people who are working from home. They're highly suspicious of Peter Dutton's plans when it comes to their rights at work.
Pat, we'll let you get off and door knock those wine bars. Jason, you're your own man now, so
thank you.
Have fun. We'll talk to you both next week and keep breaking down the campaign. That's it for Politics Now. Thanks for your company. Stay with us. It's time for Business Now.